How's it going, guys? We're coming to you a little bit early today. We figured since it's snowing, the kids are probably stuck inside. You're probably about ready to pull your hair out. So we figured we would come to you a little bit early today and give you guys some stuff to be working on. So we'll give it another minute or so before we get started. A couple of things that you will need at home to help you out with our workout today is a jump rope. If you have that, we've been working with that for the past couple of days. And then if maybe you guys have some tiny weights around the house, like mom has some, cardio weights, like 1 or 3 pounds, something really light. Another thing that you could use, I don't know, you probably don't have like a roll of quarters anywhere right now, but hey, maybe get a roll of quarters. That's something that you can put in your hand. And then another thing that I used to use back in the day, if the kids can maybe have a small can of soup or something, just put a little bit of extra weight in their hands. Hi, how are you guys today? Nice to see you all. So we're going to get started first with the jump rope. Okay. Everybody, we've probably already been doing some of the drills where we're skipping the rope or not just doing this. Maybe we start off just trying to get our flow, our pattern. Okay. And then as you go, start trying to work in some of those extra tricks that we worked on throughout the week. Start off nice and slow, trying to get this single hop. Trying to get your rope going a little bit faster. Starting to lift those knees, high knees. Worked on that swing and that jump. Great. Like I said, cardio and good for your footwork. You gotta make sure that you're always staying up on the balls of your toes. Look, you need to jump rope backwards. So that's something I really like about this X motion with the rope. I can go forward with it. We're getting a little tricky now. Then I come to the side. I get a figure eight going backwards, swing it over my head, and now we're jumping over backwards. There's some ways to stay entertained with that rope. And like I mentioned too, at the beginning of the week, this isn't something you're just gonna pick up and go with most likely. You're gonna need to put some time into it and learning how to use the jump rope. Great job, guys. Really quick, while we're working, I wanted to give a shout out to all my friends over here at Peak Kickboxing and Jiu-Jitsu, all of our staff, Coach Split, Coach Longmore. We've got a lot of coaches in the building today, making sure that these live streams come to you guys really easy. And I know Coach Split was up really late last night, getting everybody entered into that Scipio app that you guys just got a text message from how you knew about this webinar going on. So shout out to everybody who's working hard so that we can bring you these awesome classes. Keep jumping. And here's the cool part, guys. You don't have a jump rope at home. Look, I can practice it in the air. If I'm doing this in the air, I want to get a little more hop. Use a little bit more energy. I don't want little baby hop. That doesn't do anything for us, especially if you don't have that jump rope. Okay? And look, I can practice some of that in the air. As we move out of our jump rope, you guys can let that go. Try and keep bouncing. Let's get our hands up. If you've got those weights or something similar to this, those will be good to use for shadow sparring. Okay? I have these are called egg weights. Really handy for shadow sparring, increasing your speed. Something small like this is also really good to have in your hands while you're working. If you don't have anything today, totally fine. Don't worry about it. Just giving you guys some tips and tricks on how you can up your training at home. So we're going to start keeping our footwork going. Want our hands up, elbows in. We're going to be working some different combination sets today, not just our jab series, but we can throw that in there at any time throughout our training that we want. Today we're going to be focusing on some moves starting with the cross. So some of our cross series. We're going to start off with that cross. As we throw that cross, make sure boom, that we turn our shoulder up. That protects our chin. We want to pivot our bottom foot. That way I get some extra reach on my punch and I get more power that way. So just work that cross, maybe standing still, boom, really focusing on that stance, hands up, elbows in, boom, throwing that cross. All my straight punches, all my punches, I want to keep my shoulder up, boom, and the other hand guarding. That way stuff doesn't come around the sides and clip me. So next we're going to throw our hook. Cross, we already know, loads the hook. From there, we're going to come back with the cross. Okay? So we're moving around, hands are up, elbows are in. Whenever we're ready, start with that cross. Make sure the shoulder's up. We've turned. That way my hook is loaded. Remember that hook needs to pull back. We don't want to push it. We want to pull it back. And then we're going to throw the cross again. I love this combo because everything loads. 1, 2, 3. A lot of power on that combo. So we're moving around, flicking in some of that jab series as we go. Maybe working in some of those pivots that we were moving around. And then whenever you're ready, throw that cross, hook, cross. I'm going to do it with my back to you for a second. Cross, you can see I twist, hook, boom. This comes all the way back here. It's pulling, and then I come back with my other cross, hands up. If you have that weight in your hands, it's going to be a little bit harder to keep your hands up. That's good. We want to train that muscle memory, want to train that body so that we always have good habits, good form. Cross, hook, cross. Whenever I say combo, I want you to explode at home with that cross, hook, cross combo. So if you guys do have camera, you can turn that on. We can interact with you. I can see what you're doing at home. Fix your technique a little bit. If you don't want to turn it on though, that's totally okay. Totally fine. Just make sure that whoever's watching you, they're making sure that those shoulders are coming up. Okay, as we throw that hook, it's being pulled back. You're moving around on those toes, throwing good jab series. And go, cross, cross. And then moving around, practicing in and out. Head movement, fainting, moving those hands. Go, cross, hook, cross. Go, cross, hook, cross. Go, cross, hook, cross. Go, cross, hook, cross. So now you can see the more combos we know, the more we can work them into other things. Okay? Shake it out. Take a deep breath. If you have something in your hands, maybe set it down. Okay? We're going to go over another one. Okay? Cross, jab, cross. Okay? You can kind of see a pattern on our 3-count series on punches. Okay? One of our jab series, jab, cross, jab. One on the cross series, cross, jab, cross. Okay? I really like straight punches. Me as a longer, taller person, I like to try and back people up, keep them at the end of the range so that I can kick them. Okay? So, especially on this one, cross I hit with some good power, back them up. I like to change my level too. Boom! As I go down, as I throw my next cross. 1, 2, 1. Excuse me, that's the wrong count. 2, 1, 2. Right? 2, 1, 2. So add that combo in now with your shadow sparring. 2, 1, 2. And like I said, if we change that level, if you guys are thinking a little bit ahead, now I can start thinking about shooting. And that's another thing, especially for mixed martial arts shadow sparring, we want to be throwing in there our takedown shots. Maybe some sprawls in there too. Okay? So these are all good things to add in to your shadow sparring routine. Give me that new combo. Go. Cross, jab, cross. Hands up. Anything moving, pivoting. Go. 2, 1, 2. Then change that level. Or start low and then come back up high. 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2. Good. Show me that first one that we worked on. Cross, hook, cross. Cross, hook, cross. 2, 1, 2. Throwing in some of what we already know. And sprawl. Oh, let's see if you're listening over there. Hands up. Hands up. 2, 1, 2. 2, 3, 2, cross, flip, cross, sprawl. Get back up, nice and quick. Shoot, and then up, nice and quick. After we shoot, let's think about maybe we didn't finish that takedown. So we got to get back up. We got to be ready to throw something again. Hands up, shake it out, deep breaths. Man, one thing that I love about the snow here in Colorado today is it really makes it feel like March, especially with, you know, everything kind of being weird and funky. It's nice to have some normalcy, you know. Colorado, March, we get snow. That's our spring. So I hope you guys maybe are playing outside in the snow, if that's something you like to do. If not, staying at home, staying dry, getting a good workout. Maybe not dry anymore. I know I'm sweating over here. Hopefully you guys are too. All right, last round, shadow sparring. Let's go. Starting with some of our new stuff, actually. Cross, flip, cross. Cross, jab, cross. Jab, cross, hook. Shoot. And you don't have to be following along with me right now. You could be doing anything you want. Throwing those hands, okay? Maybe you throw some kicks. We haven't thrown a lot of those in this session. We've been really focusing on making those hands work, trying to get our footwork going, keeping our cardio up. Okay, so maybe now, work on whoosh, throwing that full kick out, whoosh, getting that good teep. Maybe working that switch. Notice how because I'm in the air, I like to spin through on my kicks. That doesn't mean that you can't work on good control and getting them back there too. Boom. Okay? But especially for the style of kick we throw in Muay Thai, straight leg, boom. Lots of power, a little bit easier to throw that all the way through. Keep those hands moving, up on those toes. If at some point like our arms and something are getting tired, work that footwork. In and out, feints, movement, rolling, and then explode. The whole idea of shadow sparring is we want to make sure our moves are clean. We also want to make sure that we explode into them. We don't want lazy, especially if we got weights in our hands. That's not going to help us get faster. Everything as fast as you can. Everybody give me 10 more seconds. Push yourself. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Come on, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. You guys can put anything that's in your hands down if you like. If you have some water close by, you might want to grab that. We're going to go into some moves for Jiu-Jitsu that you can practice on your own in your living room. All right? So, first one we're going to be doing is our duck walk. We've done this one in class. Okay? It helps us practice our shot, our double leg. So I'm going to start down on my knee. I'm going to take my front knee, push it forward. 1. Bring my other knee up. 2. 3. And look how much distance I close in that short amount of time. Okay? So we want to make sure that knee is getting extended, helping us get forward. You guys can see that my level changes as my knee is dropping. So I go back this way, knee pushes, drag up. Knee pushes, drag up, drag up. Okay? So we've done that. Now let's add on to it. Doing these kind of drills is kind of like shadow sparring for Jiu-Jitsu. It's a little bit different, but it can be a lot of fun. Be creative. So I'm going to take my duck walk 1, duck walk 2, shoulder roll. So on my shoulder roll, guys, remember I want to take whatever shoulder I want to roll over, try and get that to the mat first. And I turn my head, I look away from the shoulder that I'm rolling over. That way my head doesn't get stuck. So this hand is going to roll, my chin tucks, I go over one shoulder. And if you can, maybe stand up after that. If not, that's okay. So I go duck walk, forward roll. And I go backwards. Duck walk, forward roll. Okay? If you're having a hard time with the single shoulder roll, that's something you can work on at home. But we can also, 1, 2, work on a somersault. That's where we're just getting our head down, rolling over both shoulders. Right? Just not as applicable to what we want for BJJ, rolling over the shoulder. Okay? Next one, maybe we want to go backwards without turning. Duck walk, backward shoulder roll. When I backward shoulder roll, I'm going to want to bring my back foot up, backside fall, and then this one's a little bit different. I actually want to look the way that I'm rolling. Helps me keep my head up off the mat. All right, so I'm here. I go to roll back. I want to bring this foot up. Okay, let's get back so you can see what I'm talking about. I don't want to just try and roll like this. You guys can see that. That's going to be a really bad day for my knee. So I got to get this out. Straight fall. Roll. Up, look. Other side. Straight fall. Roll. Maybe I want to add another one. So you can see, we can start to take all our moves, chain them together, and now we have some kind of flow to practice our movement for Jiu-Jitsu. Okay? Hopefully you're getting your legs warmed up. We're going to start another one. This one's called, this is how we set up a triangle and omoplatas. This is a really fun move. Okay? So we're going to bring our hips up. I want to come back. Bring my hips up. Try not to rock back over your head. You want to be on your shoulders and up. Because if I'm rolling over my head, A, I don't have a lot of control of my body, but B, think about what's really happening. If somebody's like trying to pass my guard and my feet go over my head, they're passing me. They're getting around me. They're getting around my guard. So I want to make sure as I come up, I'm on my shoulders, feet come up in the air. All right, so now here's the next piece for you guys. When we bridge, I want to come up, hook, and then I want to sit up. Okay? Watch one more time. As I bridge up on my shoulders, I grab my triangle, shin behind the knee, and then I'm going to rock up. This knee that's bent and closest to me on the inside is going to be the one that I sit up on. Boom, shin, knee, back down. I'll do it this way for you guys. I sit up, triangle, up to my knees, back down. Other side, up, grab, up, out. Okay? Try that one out a couple of times. Good work, guys. And you can add that in to what you already are doing. 1, 2. Break, fall, roll. Break, fall, hit. Back, fall, roll. Shoot. Turn. Shoot. Like I said, you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. You start taking what you are learning and making it your own. That's some of that Bruce Lee said. Add what's useful, subtract what's not, and then make what's uniquely your own. Okay? So take what I'm showing you, and maybe you're having a hard time doing this. Totally fine. Figure out how can I make that one work for me. Maybe you go into a roll and then back roll. Look, I can change it up. You guys are doing an outstanding job. Time. Let's add one more in for you guys today, and that way we'll keep you moving, practicing good jiu-jitsu movements, even if you're not grappling with somebody. So we're going to be down on our hands and knees. We're going to come up off our knees, and we're going to sit out. Okay? As I do this, I want my hip to hit the mat. It bounces up. Boom. I come back. Then the other side. Hand comes up, gives my opposite foot a lane to go out. Boom. I sit through. Up. Sit through. Up. Sit through. Sit through. Sit through. Try and do these ones a little faster. Once you have that down, we're going to add in one more. We're going to do a sit through and around. So I'm going to sit through, come around. And I go to my other side. Lift, sit through, come around. Fast, it's going to look a little more like this. Try that out. Go. Sit around. Sit around. There you go, guys. Great work. Now, You know what I'm going to tell you to do? Try and put them all together. Sit through, duck walk, turn, roll, back roll, wall, triangle, up, duck walk, sit through, sit around. Look, we can put it all together. And now we have a flow. Remember, the biggest thing that we're going for in this is to practice our movement. That way, when we're ready, we can keep moving. Okay? So, you guys are doing an outstanding job. I bet you got a sweat going. I know I got one going. What's something that we should always do when we're done working out? Hopefully you guys had it at home. Stretch. Okay? So we'll go through a little bit of a stretching routine now for you guys. First thing we're going to start off with, just have a seat, legs out to the sides. Put your hands behind you and try and slide forward. Notice how one foot moved, other one stayed in place. My hands are behind me, slide. Keep the hands behind you, push the hips forward. Toes up, and hold it. Great job. Especially because we were working hard, you're probably breathing hard. Good time to focus on your breathing. In through your nose, out through your mouth. See if you can't slide forward just a little bit more. Now bring your hands in front of you and hold it there. This stretch is very much like your splits without a lot of the pressure on your knees. Great thing about our splits and this kind of stretch is it helps us get our kicks up. So if your goal is to be able to kick head level, okay, this is a stretch that you're going to want to do on the regular. You should be holding down in the middle. Okay? Now, we're going to go back behind and just hold. Try and pick your hips up a little bit. Pull your toes back and hold. Good job, guys. So after we've held this stretch and we're starting to feel loose, okay, we can either continue to push it or we can do some other style stretching in the same position to help increase our flexibility. So the next one we're going to do is what we call a ballistic stretch. Make sure, please listen, make sure that this is something you do after you are warm. Do not start your day with this. You will hurt yourself. Especially when my parents are at the house maybe listening like, hey, I want to try getting a little more flexible. Don't start with this one. This is after you're warm. Okay? I'm going to go to one leg. I'm going to toe tap, a little short burst. 1, 2, 3. Other side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And on each little push, trying to go a little bit farther. After you do that, like, I don't know, 10 times at home, hands behind you, push. See if you can extend that stretch a little bit more. I know that you guys are probably at home going, ooh, ah, it hurts. It's all right. Okay? It's making us better. This is a challenge. That's why we do martial arts. Challenge our bodies, challenge our minds. You guys are doing just that right now. Stay dedicated, stay motivated, keep training with us. We're going down, down, down. Try and touch your chest to the floor if you can. Good job. All right, everybody bring your legs in. Shake them out a little bit. All right, so now we're going to increase some of our range of motion. Everybody go hip circles one way. Now that we've gotten some stretching, we're warm. Okay. Now, hands on your back, and we're going to push our hips forward. Push forward. Push, push, push. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it, and then go hip circles again. 4, 5, and the other way. 4, 5, and one more time. Hands behind your back, pushing forward, working on that range of motion in the hips. Okay, you see I'm standing up tall. Now I'm pushing my hips forward. Pushing my hips forward. Good. All right, back down. Same thing. Start here, hands behind, push forward. You should feel a little bit of an increase in your flexibility pretty quickly, which is cool, especially when you're warmed up. Hands in front. Push it out, stretch it out, try and hold it there. Good job, guys. Hands behind, push it forward, lift, and try and hold that there. It is repetitive, okay, but that's how you increase your flexibility. You got to do some stuff a couple of times over and over again. I'm a really big fan of head kicks, and this is something that has helped me be able to get my kicks up really, really high, and not to mention have good dexterity in my hips. Before we finish up, we'll talk about some drills that you can do at home to drill the dexterity in your hips. That way you can do different types of crazy kicks, stuff like that. One more time, 3 sets of ballistic stretches. 1, 2, 3. There's 1, 2, 3, 1. Keep going. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There's 2. One more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There's 3. Last time. Forward. Bring it in. I like to hit my butterfly stretch for a second after all that too. I don't really push anything. Just kind of get here. A little bit of a push. Don't bounce your knees up and down. Just kind of sit here. Let them open up the other way again. All right. So a little bit of kick dexterity for you guys. We talked about a question mark kick, bang, where it looks like I'm coming forward to throw my teep, and then I switch, bang, that angle, and come down and hit the head. Here's a way that we can drill that kind of motion at home. Okay? Want to find a wall, something at home that you can hold on to. Even a chair. A chair is actually really good too. Okay? I'm going to demonstrate without holding on anything, but you're going to want to. Okay? I practice kicking the motion that I want. Boom. Boom. Okay? And then I work on bringing my leg up, turning it over. Notice that bottom foot has to pivot. I come up, I turn my foot over. Okay, so, and you're going to want to use something for some balance there. Okay. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, Josh. So I can hold on to something. Boom, that helps me get that range of motion and everything down. Okay, but now here's something else that you could do with that chair. Now we can practice actually coming up and over something. Kick up and over. Make sure that you don't drop your leg and get it stuck on the chair. So we have to be good at our reach chamber. Kick, bring it back, don't hit the chair. Kick, bring it back, don't hit the chair. Now I want to come up like I'm going to throw my teep, and I'm going to have to bring my foot high enough so that it clears the chair. But then from here, boom, I want to kick around and down. Around and down. Or another way to drill it, bring it up on the side. Be careful you don't kick the chair, all right? Here, up and over. Wanted to bring it up on this side, around and down on the other, okay? So now, back to, I want to make sure that we're balanced on the other side. Kick out, rotate over, okay? And as we get better, we can do that faster. Up, rotate, because that's how we're going to want the speed to be. Up, rotate. Notice how right now, I'm not even really doing the chamber. I'm really working the range of motion. Up and turn, hitting my pivot. Okay? Then, as I go, boom, practice throwing the kick, boom, throw the kick, boom, and then add the question mark. When I have something to hold on to, that also gives me some stability to bring my leg back. But notice my pivot. The pivot's still important. Boom, because that's also what helps bring me back here too. Put it in front. Try kicking over, making sure that our foot comes up and doesn't get stuck. Here, we don't want it to come down. Ow. Okay? So then, 1, 2, 3. Want to make it look like it's coming here, and flip it over into a round kick last second. Up. Man, you guys are rock stars. Thank you guys so much for joining us on our online training university, okay? Remember, keep logging in. There's going to be some cool stuff hitting the pages this afternoon, maybe some crossword puzzles, maybe some word searches. We're doing everything that we can to help keep you guys entertained, training, active at home, and help keep the parents a little bit sane. I'm Coach Lopez. Thank you guys for joining me.